Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions and we're back with another video of The Legend of Vox Machina. This video is going to introduce the cast and all the people that does the voices of the characters. So we'll now be able to put a face with who does the voice, or at least I will. I'm assuming most of you already know this that are watching this. Some of you might be fresh and totally blind like I am, but I probably should guess. I'm going to do some guessing just to play along. I don't even know the characters' names right now, so not only am I going to get the characters' names, but I'm going to get the people who do the voice of the character. But I'm assuming the biggest dude is the biggest dude, just because it'd be hilarious if it wasn't. But I'm assuming they were just a group of friends that decided to do this, and usually the biggest guy would probably want to be the biggest guy. I mean, that's not always the case, obviously. But I feel like if you're a weightlifting macho guy, you're probably likely not wanting to be like a tiny little old woman wizard or something like that. Just like statistically speaking, generalizing things. But I could be wrong. We're going to find out if my theory is correct because I'm just going to guess. I think the guy in the blue shirt in the front row, like right next to this guy next to me, I think he's the biggest guy. The Drax looking dude, I think that's his voice because that makes the most sense to me. He looks like the biggest dude by far. I'm thinking, I mean, the rest are kind of up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4 girls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. So 9 voices total. I didn't even see that many characters, to be honest with you. I saw 7. I was going to say earlier, there's like 7 main characters in the images I saw. So I don't know. The others might be villains, or maybe they're just common voices, like if you have interaction with townspeople and stuff like that. I don't know. We're going to find that out. But out of the people I know Scanlan, I know the big dude, I know the archer, I know there's like a mage-looking girl that shot like electricity, it looked like, into the archer's bow in that one cinematic I saw, I think it was. All right, we're just going to wing it here. The guy in the blue shirt front row is the big dude. The guy right here, I think, might be Scanlan. This guy, I mean, if we're going based on looks, one of the 2 guys in the back look more like a Scanlan. But I feel like they might be tricking me with Scanlan, so I'm going to say this dude right here, who also is the closest to the interviewer side, I'd think, which means to me that this guy must be like one of the leads of the group. I could be wrong. I'm just spitballing ideas, guys. I could be totally wrong. I feel like the redhead, it would only make sense that she's the redhead character. Now, that could be just a total misdirect too. But I'm just, you know, it's not like I'm getting rewarded for my guessing here. So I'm going to just assume she's the redhead. The girl closest to me, I'm going to assume is the dark-haired girl right above her with the fur. I think she's the archer. Now I'm starting to doubt the Scanlan thing because this guy doesn't look like a Scanlan at all. He might be the gun guy. Or the knight. Oh no, this guy right here, he's all dark with the vest and stuff. I think he's the thief guy right above with the pointy ears next to the big dude. I'm going to say he's the thief. He looks more like the thief. The guy in the jacket all the way to the far side by the redheaded girl, he's the gun guy. He could also be the thief, though. I feel like they're dressing sort of like in the colors of their character, but that could just be totally messed up. So, I mean, not to make it any longer, the guy in the black all the way to the far side, I think, is the gun guy. The guy closest to me is the thief. Maybe the dude in the middle with the back row middle dude is Scanlan. And then I'm out of characters. Maybe the bear's got a voice. I feel like I'm out of characters. At least I named all those. We're just going to watch the clip. I'm curious to get the names of the characters and to put the faces with the characters. And then we're going to watch one more video, the next and last video, which will be the one where they actually do the voicing of the characters while an animated scene from the show plays. So we'll actually get to see them in action. I don't know if it's done in a recording studio or if it's just like off the cuff or what, but we'll find that out next after this video. So let's go find out our cast and our voices and our characters, and we'll talk after. You guys want to be way ahead, full unedited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon, the link's at the end. If not, here we go, guys. This is the official Critical Role cast panel from New York Comic Con.
So for those of you who are new, Critical Role is a group of veteran voice actors who started out as friends playing an RPG around a living room table. That gang launched a crowdfunding campaign for an animated special based on the characters and adventures of their first live stream campaign.
Up-and-coming adventurers, heroes that try to find their way in the world, and in doing so get pulled into intrigue, into drama, major action-packed, conflict and battles.
You can tell
while
this
also
guy's got
being just a bunch of ridiculous.
Hype Man Matt is like my favorite.
There you go, Hype Man Matt. I was gonna say, this dude just came out guns blazing.
Hi, I'm Matthew Mercer. I voice Silas Briarwood, as well as many other characters throughout Exandria. I'm
Silas Briarwood.
My name is Travis Willingham.
He's
play
Grog.
Grog.
Grog, it is
Strongjaw.
Grog, okay.
He is a ragey half giant with a heart of gold, but he's not so quick upstairs. But
Typically,
he
they're
loves shiny
not.
things.
Typically,
He is,
especially in fantasy.
I
think that's the guy I missed.
This lovable.
Other side.
Yeah. Okay, like this.
See, I should have known. I should have. He does look like a Scanlan. He's even doing
musical, magical maestro of mischief. He is. He's a little raunchy. He's a little dirty. He's a little nasty. Most of all, he's just little.
Typically, the little guys are like inappropriate.
I'm not gonna mess this up.
I don't know how. I honestly
My
don't
name
think
is
I even
Marisha
looked at that
Ray,
guy.
And I play
Redhead.
Keyleth. She's over there. Of the Arashari,
Keyleth.
who's an awkward but adorable, lovable wielder of nature magic, and she's just trying to find her place in the world. You know?
Yeah.
Well spoken.
Set me up for failure. Hi there. My name is Liam O'Brien, and I play Vaxil Dunn.
All dark. I was saying it was throwing me off because he's all dark and he has knives on his shirt. I couldn't
and I'm
see it
one
from
half of this show's Wonder Twins set, which is paired up with this lovely actress right here.
Who is the other girl? The archer?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm
Yeah.
Laura Bailey.
Honestly, they all look like they should
Hi,
look.
I
I don't
play
know. She's not as dark-haired though. Vexalia?
Vexalia. She's half elven. She's an archer. She's hot.
Some of them look like they're either
you
a
go.
little
That's
drunk
really- that's
or
really-
just uncomfortable and very nervous,
There's
which
more
I
to
could
her, but you have to
understand.
watch the show to see.
These are
Right.
people that probably sat in their
She's
houses
mysterious.
playing Dungeons and Dragons
To
and are
you,
now on
immortal
panel.
one.
Hello, my name is Taliesin Jaffe, and I play Percy DeRollo, who is a aristocrat
I thought he
in
was
exile
Scanlan.
who
He
also
looked like my
invented this
Scanlan.
world's first firearm and is mysterious with a dark past.
I mean, if you look at the clothes, I thought they were trying to misdirect. I guess why would
and also
they?
hot.
I am the only one that probably doesn't know who they are. They all kind of fit.
Pretty hot.
Oh, hi you.
There you are.
Oh, hey.
She's gotta be the mage
My
then.
name is Ashley Johnson.
I know her.
And no, this way. I'm playing Pike Trickfoot, who is the group's sort of mama bear.
Oh, she's
the group's
not a
healer.
mage.
She cares
Oh,
for
all right,
everybody.
she is
Her
a
best
mage.
buddies is Grog Stonejaw.
The first two episodes of The Legends of Vox Machina are not taken from live stream campaign material.
Oh, so it won't spoil.
How, what, why?
We wanted to set the entire audience off on the same foot, right? So you don't have to know what Critical Role is or have ever
like
seen us
that.
play
Interesting.
an RPG game.
So
to
3
just jump
episodes a
right into
week.
the series.
I'll only get one
and
that
start
you
to meet
guys
these characters and
kinda know
explore
what's
the
going
world.
on.
So the first 2 episodes sort of set up the world and the characters and the intrigue and the hijinks that they're going to encounter in this season. But it also sort of sets up the whole season. Like we'll meet some of the dark villains that will be posing more of a threat to us.
While they weren't on the live stream, they are part of the overall Legend of Vox Machina. They are based on when we had this as a home game before we started streaming. So while they are new to the audience, they are very much in canon with the history of these characters.
Yeah, I'm sure these
was it like
people
going back to
went
the
deep
origins?
beyond what we've seen or
So
you've
long
seen.
ago.
I've
How
not
long
seen
ago
anything.
was that? Like 8 years ago?
No, I think it was more than that.
2013, 2012, I think.
I know we keep
God.
saying 8 years and time moves on, and then we don't adjust.
It's been 8 years for about 20 of those years.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I
It's
know
been pretty crazy
the
because
girl
even just the live
furthest
stream
top
show,
right that just
there were
I know
over
her from
400
something
hours of
specifically,
content just in
like
that first
actress-wise.
campaign. So we knew with 12 episodes in the first season, we had to compress everything down to just over 5 hours, right? So there are going to be trims, there are going to be things that are streamlined, there's things that we'll have a chance to improve or make better, but ultimately it's been amazing just going back and seeing all the characters, revisiting all these moments, and hitting the things that we loved, but also that we know were so near and dear to the critters' hearts as well.
All right, guys, I wanted to cut it there for multiple reasons. One, it feels like they're going to start getting spoilery, and I don't want to know anything about the show itself. And two, I also don't know how much I could put in the video without getting copyright claimed or some sort of issue with copyright. So that's enough information. I wanted to know the characters' names, and I wanted to know who did the voices for the characters. So I started thinking when I was watching and they're doing the whole thing and then we find out who all the characters are, I'm thinking, why would they misdirect? In my mind, I'm thinking they're going to misdirect us because they don't want us to guess. But then I'm realizing everybody except me and maybe a few others watching this video probably already know these people for, like she said, 8, 9, 10 years. They said they started the campaign in 2012. They said, I think they're on their third campaign maybe, or starting their third campaign. Either way, it ended years ago, I'm assuming, which would mean, I mean, it is a lot of time, but they had to have done the campaign for like 7 years, or I don't know. It had to have been a while, like a long time they were running this campaign, years and years and years. He said 400 hours of material. The reason I cut the video short is because of the statement he made last. I am happy he did, but then I'm like, I'm going to cut it there because I don't really want to know much more than that. The guy that does the voice of Grog said they compacted that into 12 episodes, because my next question was going to be, is this going to go on for seasons? They have so much material. They could have this campaign last 10 seasons, if not more. 400 hours of material. Granted, a lot of that's probably them just talking and figuring things out and stuff. I'm sure they're not 4 hours an episode of like solid material. But even then, even if you cut half of that out, that's 200 hours. You could have a 10-season show and have no issues at all. But he just confirmed they just compacted that into 12 episodes. So my guess is campaign 1 is one and done. Season 1, one go. Somebody in the comments of the trailer did tell me season 2 is already greenlit though. So I don't know, maybe he's wrong, or maybe because he did say compacted into 12 episodes is 400 hours of campaign. But he might be incorrect. I don't know. The fact that there's already a season 2 greenlit, how could they greenlight a season that's probably not connected to Vox Machina if what we heard him say is correct? I feel like it'd be a new campaign, and then it'd be like you're greenlighting a season. I mean, it could just be like, hey, Critical Role is that trustworthy, and they got so many good things going on that we trust them, and I would understand that as well. But I don't know, and that's why I cut the video there, because I'm now thinking way too much about something I've never even seen yet, and I'm already thinking about season 2. So that's why I cut it there. I basically got what I wanted out of it. I got the voices. I got the characters. We got Matthew Mercer closest to me. He seems like he is the leader of Critical Role, or at least the guy that got it all going. He is the most charismatic man. Even Scanlan, the guy who does the voice of Scanlan, even he was like, good God, man, you got some energy. And that is passion. That is true passion. And I appreciate it, because you know this dude is really all in on this. But next to him is the guy that does Groog. Next to him is the lady that was interviewing everybody. That's throwing me off because I thought she was one of the cast. The funny thing, though, is I didn't pick her as any of the voices. So that was funny. That would have been interesting if I picked the interviewer as a voice, but I didn't even include her. The guy next to her, I don't know how I didn't even see him. He definitely looks like a Scanlan. He's got the smile going on, and he's like also not the biggest guy in the group. Next to Scanlan is Marissa Ray, and her character is Keyleth. She looks like an elf of some sort or something like that. She called her an aboleth or something like that. I'm going to go back and watch all this. I'm just trying to remember what I could, and I feel like I already remembered a good amount. So we're going to go with that right now. Keyleth. The two in the top row furthest from me are apparently twins, and their names are going to probably be the hardest for me. It was Vox something. The only reason I remember is because of Vox Machina, and both their names started with like Vox or Vax or Vex, and then the rest, I don't know. I could go back and look, but I'm not going to worry that much right now because I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of time to remember the names. But all I know is they're twins, which is interesting. And he looks like he's good with knives. He's got knives on his shirt, the guy right there. She seems like she is the most nervous of the group, along with Scanlan. The two of them in real life seem like they're the most nervous of the group, but they all seem really chill. They all seem down to earth. I really enjoy all of them. The guy next to the twins in the top row is the gun guy, and the girl next to him is the one who in real life looks the most familiar to me. I know I've seen that actress in something, and she is the mage that is jacked looking in armor and quite petite with a mace. and her name is Pike. I didn't catch the last name, but Pike. So I think I've got enough in my memory bank right now to take it to the next level. We're going to watch them do a scene from The Legend of Vox Machina. Like I said, I don't know if it's off the cuff. The fact that they're at a panel and the other video is still at this panel, I'm assuming they're just going to show them a scene and be like, are you comfortable with this? I'm assuming they set them up for it or something. I could be totally wrong. Maybe it's just them showing them at the recording studio. I'm not sure. We're going to find out next. You guys want to see more of what I do, full on edited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link's in front of me. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.